Well, Daniel, did you know that Damian Lillard is a Blazer?
He is. He is.
It's pretty red.
You want my 30,000 foot takeaway? That's it.
That's pretty red.
Like I tweeted something out yesterday.
I think you should live in that. I think we get to live in that for a year. It's pretty red.
Like the tweet was something along the lines of, "Don't be a chode. Enjoy this."
See, now, yeah, I was not here yesterday when this broke. I was off yesterday. And I think that, to me, people are fair to wonder about the basketball side of this equation.
1,000 questions.
Right? But I think why people are so excited about this is that because since he was gone, it felt just kind of like a rudderless ship, and we had no idea what direction this was going.
I think
we didn't know who a leader was going to be.
Yeah, no identity.
You had no identity. You don't know what Scoot is yet. You don't know what Shaden Sharp is yet. What can Donovan Clingan turn into? Now we've got Young Hansen
grasping at straws
Yes.
at 4 summer league games of the Yongbong.
And basically it's like we still, since then, we haven't had that dude. And so while I feel like a lot of it, and I don't have a problem with this at all, is just about vibes and trying to get the good vibes back here, I think it's a fantastic move. I was surprised it happened as soon as it did. Yeah. I was expecting this to be like one season at the tail end of his career. He does his farewell tour here in Portland, comes off the bench, scores 10 points a game, whatever.
The buyout changed everything. That's right. That's fundamentally, that changed everything.
So that's what I expected. Yeah. But when I was in the car yesterday when I heard you guys break the news, and I was like, wow.
Look at that. He's playing hooky and still listening to his show.
I had to go to the store to get some stuff for my wife. She had a procedure yesterday.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah. And when I'm in the car, I listen.
But look, somebody asked that in the YouTube.
I feel like he's lying to me.
Yeah, he is.
I need a doctor's note.
Yeah. Look, I'll tell you off air the procedure that she had.
I
am
am now
want me
good
to share it.
I now believe you.
But somebody was asking, I guess the boys this morning talked about the locker room presence, and I haven't listened to them yet. I was dealing with puppies this morning, but
puppies.
This is something the Blazers front office and I spoke about at Summer League, and the thing about it is, I was like, it's not a shot at Ant or JG or Rob or any of the veteran players.
Right.
It's not. It's Dame is special not just because of what he means to Portland, but not every team has that guy. Sacramento kind of has that guy in Sabonis, but he's like, I'm looking around like. There's like Charlotte. Charlotte has been rudderless, not because of just a talent deficit, but because there's no they have been for the last 18 months trying to get out of LaMelo Ball sweepstakes or LaMelo Ball business because he's just nuts.
Age doesn't always mean leadership.
No, Dame was a leader day one.
Opposite side too. Yeah, there are people that walk in. There's some. Joe Burrow walks into the Cincinnati Bengals locker room and people are like, "Oh, yes, sir. What do you want to do today?"
And you don't like Aaron Rodgers, I think, is a perfect example of this. Aaron Rodgers, for all of Aaron's faults or whatever people want to say, Aaron sat under Brett Favre for 4 years.
Yeah.
And,
he sure did.
For good or bad. But when he took hold, man, he took hold.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to have it. I think Scoot has the ability to be a leader, but number one, he needs more time. But he also you do have to have a requisite level of consistency and productivity, because it's not that you need to be unassailable; it's that the accountability can't be questioned. And I'm not saying that his accountability is questioned, but you know what I mean. Like, if you want to talk about the lower level guy, like the heart and soul in Dame's early career in Portland wasn't LaMarcus; it was Wes Matthews. Wes Matthews was a dude. And
I met Wes Matthews playing pool in Lake Oswego.
Wes, coolest cat
dude.
You could ever imagine.
Yeah, cool guy.
And but that's the thing. It's like Jeremy, great dude, cool dude. But his mentality is different. He's more kind of chill, go with the flow, vibes, all that kind of thing. Wes was militant. And you have to have those guys that, Bernie Bickerstaff went on with who was he on with? I can't remember. Went on one of the Ringer shows, and he was talking about Cade Cunningham. He goes, the crazy thing about Cade is I don't have to coach this team in
Love
a lot
Cade.
of the coaching stuff.
Yeah,
because Cade has everybody accountable.
Yeah,
that's not
Curry in Golden State. Curry's been that since basically day one.
But that's the thing is that's what makes those guys those dudes. Yes, there's plenty of guys who are talented. And look, this is not a shot at Kevin Durant because KD gets a little bit sensitive about his leadership stuff. KD is not the rally of the troops guy.
You could have ended that sentence before you said about the leadership stuff.
I know, but look, I love KD. I genuinely do. But
Hey, sometimes I'm a sensitive little bitch too, so you got to watch out.
Look, man, Dick's one to know one. Trust me, I get it. But like that's not the rally the troops got. He's perfectly fine as the number 2. I don't want him being the tone setter. When the Blazers traded for Jrue Holiday, it was like, oh, that's going to be a great mentor for Scoop. I was like, this isn't some mentorship stuff. This is number 1. They think Drew's a good player.
Right.
Number 2, they're not worried about him being the grand old sage. They want him to be the tone setter. This is a guy who has won 2 titles in the NBA, who's been a 6-time all defensive player. He's been a gold medalist. He's been an all-star. Like he has been a dude without being the number 1 dude. But like when you walk in, like you look at him and now they have 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's what you're going to see from Damian Lillard in year 1. That's what you're going to see. You're going to see just a voice there, a presence there, someone around the team. You know, I doubt he'll travel. I don't know. You would know this more than me. I doubt he will travel to away games, but having him on the bench at home games, having him at practice facilities and in the building is what's going to be beneficial. And look, anybody that thinks that us or any other fans have become blind and ignorant and think this Blazer team next year is going to take a step, absolutely not. This team still has a lot of stuff to figure out. This team still has personnel to figure out.
Yeah.
Let alone, I mean, Vegas, I think I saw over-unders 32.5, 31.5, depending on where you look at it.
34.5.
34.5. I've seen some different stuff. So it's like this team is about to take a leap, and we're not being ignorant of the fact that just because Dame's here, all of a sudden this is the Rockets 2.0 or we're on the Thunder trajectory.
Like, stuff starts to slot in because those gaps in leadership, tone setting, and it's not that just the mentorship stuff. It's like when you see a guy or you see the guy there first and out last, you can't not also do that.
Especially a dude who on one leg.
Look, I've mentioned this before. In Dame's entire tenure in Portland, I know of one. I think there's 2. I'm trying to think of it when it was, but when Dame did not make himself available for media outside of him being injured.
Yeah, you said this yesterday. Yeah, I love that.
He look. I know people love Melo. Melo here.
I liked old Melo.
It was not my.
I liked old Melo and Syracuse Melo.
Yeah, it's not my Huckleberry. Fine, whatever. But one thing that drove me absolutely crazy is he takes 2 hours after games to be ready and available.
Oh, I kind of like that.
And he does it just to be a D-hole.
Got to get all lotioned up, man.
I kind of like that. Just taking your sweet time. What if he took a little nap?
Look, it's one.
He's like, look, I'm going out tonight.
It's one thing I love. It's one thing I loved about D. He would just be like, you know what? I'll take my shower. You guys just want to do this now?
Just get it over with.
Or he'd go take a quick
shower
and get ready quick. There's one time we were waiting for Scoot after a game. This he's Scoot being Scoot. He's kind of a goofy kid. He had these like rubber boots that were damn near skin tight that took him like 20 minutes to get on.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's doing it, he starts singing the dreidel song.
Dreidel, I made you out of
I can't remember who was there with me with Blazers PR, and we all looked at each other like, what the hell, Scoot? Like, this is in February. He's like, I just think it's a banger. And I was just like,
I just think it's a banger.
I was just like, he just starts smiling. But in the process of this, we're like, Scoot, hurry it up, dude. You're taking forever. But like, and again, that's just Scoot being a fun kid. I held nothing against it because it was funny as hell.
I love Happy Birthday. Just a banger.
Yeah, that's kind of who he is. But Dame gets all of it from beginning to end, on the court, off the court. The number of times he's just showed up at a park with a U-Haul full of his trucks or a U-Haul full of his shoes to give away, no PR. The amount of time he has spent at hospitals with no PR. It's because he does it because he gives a damn and he knows what it means to be the face. It is not easy. Like these guys, the faces of franchises, they get paid.
Sure.
But the ask that comes with it is a lot. It really is. And that's why guys like Zion and Ja that fall short, that's why, and LaMelo, that's what organizations are pulling their hair out over. Like, we're giving you $60 million to not be in the news unless it's good.
Bang, bang.
So that stuff is going to matter because you walk in. I thought it was awesome. The Blazers obviously had it pre-produced. They did the scrolling camera of inside the Blazers locker room, and they showed the lockers, and they ended on the corner locker, Dame's old locker.
That was a good video. I enjoyed that.
With him right back where he was.
I enjoyed that.
And I was like, that's pretty cool, man.